What is up, guys? I'm Crypto. Thank you very much for joining me. So we're going to jump in today with another market update like we usually do. So we got some news, we got some updates, we got some charting. So let's get into this one. So we're going to start off with the crypto industry. We are up 1.33% today. So nice to see we are having a nice green day. So I can jump on over to the crypto bubbles really quickly and show you the green. Lovely to see. Look at that. Nice sea of green around the board. We got Pepe pumping 12%. I'm pretty sure there was like a Pepe 2.0 released very recently. So that's probably why it's going up so much. We've got XLM 14% roughly, XDC nearly 11%, looking good for XDC. Link, we like Link as well. Solana is up, pretty much having a nice green day today, so lovely to see. So today would be a day to maybe sell up some coins and buy some more at a lower price point. So we can jump on over to the Bitcoin chart today. So we are roughly... 2 seconds, restore connection, very strange. It's been doing that a lot recently. Anyway, so we're 29,500 roughly, so we are looking like we have, well, bounced out of this range like I made yesterday. I did say it was going to bounce out. Textbook, absolutely textbook. So there we go, we bounced off this bottom support there, and we haven't basically turned this one into a support yet. It's still a little bit of a resistance. We should see us climb over that in the next 24 hours or so. So the FOMC meeting was yesterday. It wasn't as bad as we all thought it was going to be. So it's been very good for the crypto industry. Interest rates are going up, so a lot of people are putting their money into Bitcoin. So it's nice to see that we are climbing out of this channel a little bit there. So we'll have to make a new channel just to see what we're gonna, what's gonna happen with this one in the next 24 hours. I do expect us to bounce above. There's a lot of green candles there, so I do expect us to bounce above this level. What is it? 2 seconds. Trend line. Yeah, so I do expect us to bounce off this level there. So that's the next sort of target I'm looking at, is bouncing up above this. So that's pretty much all we've got on the Bitcoin chart, looking a little bit more bullish than we were the past couple of days. So nice to see. Jumping over the XRP chart, because everyone loves an XRP chart. As you can see, it's been piddling away since we've had the and bounced off this bottom support there. So yeah, so basically what's happened with this one is, like I said the other day, we've had an appeal from the SEC, which basically caused this to piss down to the bottom, bounce off a bit of a support level there, and now we're bouncing back up. It's interesting, like we are a bit of a stagnant period, so maybe a little bit of swing trading is going to be a good option at the moment. So we got a few bits and bobs to talk about in the news. Will Filecoin reach $100? ChatGPT predicts. So Filecoin, I'm a big fan of Filecoin. I think it's got some really good usability at the moment. As you can see, the active deals by Filecoin grew by 64%. Storage utilization was up by 4%, and also the network reported a 91% increase in generated revenue. Now, Filecoin is basically all about storage, online privacy, that type of thing. So I think Filecoin is going to do phenomenally well in the future, because privacy is a really big thing, and obviously the bigger things get, the more storage is needed. So as you can see, the decentralized storage, data protection, data privacy and security with Filecoin. We've got incentivized storage, so basically you get rewarded for storage, which is super interesting. Distribution and sharing, and we also have archiving a long-term data preservation. So you can see there's a lot of interesting what do you call them, use cases ready for Filecoin to actually do some work. So a big fan of Filecoin. I think that's going to do phenomenally well in the future, and I think that's the one to watch out for in the next bull run. I think it's going to do really well. I don't own a bag yet, but I will. Do I own a bag? I can't even remember, to be honest with you. I think I did buy some at some point. Maybe I got a small bag. I'll have to look into buying some new ones. SEC approved new AI-related rules for brokers. This is a game changer for alt signals. So by brokers, they mean exchanges, essentially. Anywhere you can exchange basically crypto for crypto or fiat for crypto. So basically, the problem with this, as we scroll on down, what is the new rules? The SEC is looking to adopt new rules around these optimization functions. Brokers, basic platform facilitating exchange from crypto to crypto. Yep, we know that. Uses optimization technology. These changes prohibit brokers from leveraging AI or data analytics tools for their own advantage. Interesting there. But if we scroll on down, basically what we can see, where does this say it? There we are. The changes to AI use applies to crypto transactions involving brokers, dealers, and registered with the securities regulation. So basically, the SEC acknowledges that at the moment, no crypto entity is registered on the National Securities Exchange. So they've made this rule for essentially nobody. Yeah. That's what I thought. Literally made it for literally nobody. Can't really understand why, because obviously no crypto entity is registered yet. So I don't know if they're going to force people to register at some point soon. Maybe a lot of these exchanges, you know, like Binance, Coinbase, stuff like that. I don't actually know. So we'll have to wait and see, or whether they're going to push more wallets, the decentralized wallet swaps and stuff like that. Nobody really knows yet, but it's interesting to see that they are making some form of rule. So moving on, what else have we got? Oh, this is the Worldcoin one. So basically, there's been an interest in oh, I can't actually find it now. So there was a video earlier on, I might pull it up in a bit now, by Watcher Guru, and it basically showed about 150 people, maybe more, all scanning their retinas, ready to basically get paid their world tokens. So you get paid crypto for simply being human, in a move that is raising industry concerns over privacy, accessibility, and security. So basically what it's saying, Ethereum co-founder expressed concerns basically about the privacy and the centralization issues. Pretty warranted, let's be honest. Worldcoin aims to build a global identity financial network. Users receive a world ID by scanning their iris. We all know this already. Did a deep dive the other day. Throughout the network, Worldcoin aims to build a universal basic income funded by artificial intelligence. Not entirely sure how they're going to go about this. This just seems like a fancy word at the moment, sort of fancy system. Upon signing up for a world ID, users in countries that allow the operation of Worldcoin can receive 25 Worldcoin. 25 at $2. I mean, it's $50, I suppose. $50. You can claim free world token each week, and there's no cap on the amount of tokens. But basically, what they're saying there is a lot of the people that are applying for this are underprivileged people, is what they're saying. Underprivileged people looking to make a bit of extra dough. So is the money going to be enough to get, I think he wants 2 billion people onboarded at some, you know, in the next couple of years. 2 billion people. So I don't think that's actually going to happen anytime soon. Where did it say? I'm pretty sure it said something. Attempt to capitalize on the growth interest of digital currencies while addressing the possible need for universal basic income. On the other hand, privacy concerns, limitations on the availability of tokens might constrain its potential. So apparently, there's only 1% of the max supply released at the moment, which is a little bit worrying. You know, that's a very, very minimal amount. Not a massive fan of Worldcoin. Don't think it's a scam, but I don't think it's going to be worth your money either. Giving away a lot of important information like retina scans and stuff just to be able to get $50 a month. I mean, does depend on it. Does depend. So next up, we've got a Ripple news. Ripple has partnered with the Island Nation. So Palu, Ripple XRP is partnered with Palu to basically create a dollar-backed stablecoin to help out the essentially the non-banked system, the non-banked people in Palu. So that could be super interesting. It's nice to see Ripple getting involved in a lot of different partnerships around the world. Now, if you didn't know, Ripple is super famous, super popular all over the planet, apart from the US. The US is one of the only places where obviously Ripple is unpopular, should we say. Even with the UK, for instance, the UK is like UK and Ripple are connected by HSBC Bank, which is one of the biggest banks in the UK. So like, it's really good to see Ripple partnering all over the planet. There's loads of interesting partners I've seen at the moment. There's ones basically is like a little bank going from Switzerland to Thailand. I think it's called something like KBAT or something like that. They're going to be using Ripple as well. They're on-demand liquidity. There's loads and loads of places using on-demand liquidity from Ripple. So just because the US isn't using it and the US news isn't posting it, doesn't mean the Ripple aren't doing phenomenally well for themselves. So that's something to consider there if you are buying some Ripple, guys. They are doing phenomenally well, and they're just quietly working behind the scenes. Thing is, the price of the coin doesn't matter at all to Ripple. It doesn't matter to Brad Garlinghouse even a slight bit. So obviously, it's nice to see that they're not worried about the price of the coin. It'll all come with time, you know? All come with time. So, next up, we've got a funny one at the end about aliens. So, stick around for that one. US prosecutor wants Sam Bankman-Fried jailed ahead of trial. So, basically, Sam Bankman-Fried, we know, he's, I think it's about 12 to 16, basically, 13 charges, criminal charges, due to his investment in the company's collapse. involvement in the company's collapse. Federal prosecutors are calling for detention before the proceedings. The request has arrived following Bankman-Fried's leak of personal writings of Alameda Research CEO Caroline Elson. Caroline Elson. We all know Caroline Elson. I didn't do anything. I didn't know. The writings were given to the New York Times, with Elson expected to testify against the former CEO. Some have called the leaked documents tampering. So basically, he's released personal documents between, like, it looks like him, Alameda Research, and Caroline Elson. So basically, you know, releasing these into the public to obviously the New York Times is a bit of a no-no. So people are trying to get him jailed, essentially, or detained before the trial. I think it's in October, I do believe. October, there we go. Yeah, plans for October proceedings. Interesting, guys, interesting. The old Bernie Sanders of crypto. Next up, the US Congressional Committee approves crypto bill for regulation. So basically, this is just another crypto regulation that's going to be put through from the US. A lot of other countries around the world, like the UK and a few other ones, Germany, there's a few other ones around the world, they've already got regulation. Singapore, there's a few other ones. So basically, America are a little bit behind in their regulation. We do need regulation, as we all know. So we're just going to have to wait and see how heavy this regulation is actually going to sit. We don't know yet until it's all passed, all goes through. But you can see there, you know, just in US House Financial Services Committee passes bill to establish regulatory framework for crypto. Doesn't say what, doesn't say how, it just says we are establishing regulatory framework. Okie dokie, if that's how he wants to be. So, last up, we got a pretty of an interesting one. I thought this was great. Aliens and UFO talks in US Congress pushes the cryptocurrency price up. So the cryptocurrency price is going to be this one for this metaverse project here, Alien Worlds. Yeah, so basically, as soon as the crypto industry got a hold of this, they like to pump things. So this one pumped quite a lot, not monstrously, but it pumped quite a lot. As you can see, in an interesting turn of events, the revelation of a non-human biomaterial found at suspected UFO sites by US Department of Defense has ignited corresponding reaction to the mainstream media. The disclosure was made by the former CIA agent David Grush during the first public hearing in the US Congress on the it was about aliens, of extraterrestrial citizens and potential for contact with them. So since that happened, as you can see, the memes flooded social media, with this cryptocurrency surging over 3.5%. Nothing really to report. 3.5% is bugger all in the grand scheme of things, but it's funny to see, known as TLM. So this is the coin for this metaverse project here. So aliens are among us, apparently, guys. Aliens are among us. So make sure you keep an eye out, see if you spot any in your local. So aliens, UFOs, aliens real? Probably not, but you never know. So I just thought that was a funny thing to end on. We like to end on a bit of comedy here. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with another video, and make sure you smash the sub button and the like button. All the love on the channel, all the comments have been absolutely phenomenal recently, so I just want to put a big thank you for everyone who follows. And yeah, thank you very much.